Hey guys, you'll remember this from the MiG-90 video. This is the Jeep bumper Cody welded up, and today we're gonna take it to completion and show you how to powder coat. To get this started, we threw our part in the oven to preheat to about 105 degrees. While that's happening, we're gonna set up the powder coating gun. All right, so as far as voltage settings go, I like to keep it right around, yeah.
Are you gonna rock the plasma shades the whole time?
Oh. Apparently when you do plasma cutting before powder coating, you leave your shades on, and now I look dumb in the beginning of this video. All right, well, let's do that again. All right, so on the voltage side of things, it's pretty simple. When you're starting out, this part's pretty big and flat. There's not a lot of complex shapes. I'm gonna start right around the 3 to 4 setting on the voltage. If you find yourself needing a little more traction, you can bump it up, or a little less, go down a little bit. As far as the gun air pressure, really wanna look at the volume of powder coming out of the gun, not so much the actual pressure itself. So what I normally do is come over to the booth here, and you're actually just gonna trigger the gun. All right, so I can see there's a decent amount of powder coming out. I think I'm gonna put in a little more. And that's looking pretty good. That's a good starting point. So once the part's preheated, I'll bring it out, start powder coating, and then adjust as necessary. The bumper's been in there the whole time, so let's go ahead, pull that out, and see what the temp's at. And then we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna let this cool down to about 105. I'll temp it right now. Okay, so this is actually only around 213 degrees. Thicker parts, 300 degrees, so this is actually perfect. So we'll let it cool down, we'll hit it with powder, and we'll be good to go. While we're waiting for this to cool, I want to give you a little insight into the process. So we'll show you a little bit more of this when we actually start powder coating, but to give you an example of how we actually go about doing this, we're gonna start with the insides here. Basically what we're looking to do is cover all the corners. It avoids the Faraday cage effect where the powder actually repels from the part. So start with the insides, do the whole thing, and then come around to the backside, and that's when we'll do the big flat pieces. All right, so our part's finally cooled down. It's floating between 90 and 110 degrees, which is perfect to start laying some powder on. So we got the inside covered nice. We're gonna flip it around now. One thing I forgot to mention is always have a good light for checking the inside here. This is a black powder. The light's on the inside of the booth, so it kind of creates a dark shadow here. So getting a good light, you can really see the areas you did or did not cover. Just a hot tip there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and flip this around, finish the other side. So I mentioned Faraday cage before. I was focusing too hard in this corner, putting too much power. I forgot to adjust my voltage. So all I'm doing here is just going through and giving real light taps, real low voltage, and a lot of air pressure to the gun to make sure I'm getting a lot of powder coming out. Also, don't forget to move the ground clamp and get some powder on that area too. All right, coverage looks good. Now all that's left to do is throw it in the oven and bake it. When it comes to curing powders, always check the actual manual of the powder you're using. For this one, it's real simple. You throw it in the oven, you let it flow out, and all that is when it changes from the solid state to a liquid state. You'll see it get real glossy. So once it hits there, you just set a timer for 20 minutes, let it bake, pull it out, you let it cool, and then you're good to go. All right, so just saw right there, that's just before the point of flow out. So I'm gonna let that sit for another 2 minutes, make sure that's shiny all the way across, and then we'll set our timer for about 20 minutes. Oh yeah, see that? See how nice and shiny that is? So this is gonna be like a tech tip, a Dave tech tip box, right? So I'm always the guy that has to pull everything out of the oven and wait for it to cool down. So what I like to do, 3 things. Bathroom breaks, okay? Beer breaks, if you're at home, of course, and don't drink too much. You don't want to be messed up when you're messing with a 400-degree oven. And 3 is your Instagram breaks, because if you don't take pictures of your project, nobody's gonna know what happened. IG points. That's your tip. All right, now comes the fun part. We're gonna pull it out, see what it looks like, figure out if we missed any spots. Oh, that looks really, really good. It's got the nice texture to it. This is going on a Jeep, it's his Willys. He's gonna beat the crap out of it. So you want something that can take some wear and tear and you're not gonna see every scuff on it like you would on a gloss black. So even inside, in a lot of these corner areas, everything came out really good. Depending on how I shine the light, you kind of see that texture really well. But yeah, this came out absolutely fantastic. All right, so Cody brought in this bumper a little over a week ago. He welded it all up with the MIG 90, cleaned it up, gave it to me so I could powder coat it for him. We got it in the wrinkled black powder coat. It looks great. It's gonna hold up to all the elements, all the stuff that he's gonna throw at it. Honestly, super happy with how this came out. All right, guys, I know that was a pretty quick video, but I hope you picked up a thing or two about powder coating. If you need any more information on the PCS-1000, any powders we offer, or any of the supplies we have, head over to eastwood.com.